So the next step is to flour your counter, just a little bit, just a little dusting, and then turn your dough out. I use this little scraper. It's silicone, so it's bendable, and I think it might be KitchenAid. I have a plastic one, but this one I like. It's really hard in the center, so it's got metal or something. And then the outside of this is just flexible. But you do that, and then I'm gonna see if I can turn this around and I don't really know what you can see if I do this one. Can you see that? I don't know what you can see. Yeah, okay, you can kind of see. All right, well, whoops. Okay. So all I'm gonna do is take my hands like gently under the dough, and I'm just gonna kind of pull it really gently. I'm just trying to get it essentially all one thickness as much as is possible, just really gently pulling it. I'm trying really hard to like preserve all of the bubbles that are in here. But so it's like a rough rectangle, and then there's some like little dried crumbly bits in there that didn't get all incorporated. I'm gonna take my bread cutter, and I'm just gonna cut this like as close to roughly down the center as I can manage. We're gonna make 2 loaves, and then I'm gonna, how much you can see right now. So I'm gonna take this side and I'm gonna stretch it a little bit, and then I'm gonna fold it over and just press it in. I'm gonna do the same thing with this side, stretch it just a little bit and fold it over. And I'm gonna turn it, and then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna stretch it just a little bit and fold it. You can't see this, but like I'm gonna put my thumbs in here and press it in. My thumbs in and press it. Thumbs in and press it and roll over. This is over lots of times watching like YouTube videos. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get this over so that this little knot essentially just goes in. So I'm gonna press and fold, and kind of pick it up just a little bit. And I'm kind of trying to like create tension so that the top of this, like, see how now it's pooping? You can see like there are little air pockets that you can kind of see. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to do, is just create tension. I don't do this perfectly. There are other people who do this a lot better, and there are like videos upon videos of doing this, but like, ta-da, a loaf. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. So I'm gonna pull it out just a little bit and then fold it over and just press it on. And then pull it over, kind of press it on. And I'll do this one. You're in my way. So fold and roll, fold and roll, fold and roll. And then same thing with this one. These are big loaves. Again, I really don't do this perfectly, and sometimes I break the bubbles, but there's a lot of surface tension, and that's good, because that means surface tension essentially means like when you leave it sit, it just stays the shape that you left it, which is kind of what you're going for. And then these are 5x9 to anchor hawking or whatever. And I use these, and then I'll take this one and this one, and I put butter in them like a generous amount. I'll show you. So what I've realized is that, let's see if you can, I wish that on regular video, when you're like taking a video, you could turn it around the same way you can on FaceTime. I don't know why they made that so hard, because like I can't see what you see. It's just happening. I want to be able to switch the camera. This is better done when the butter is soft, but really think about this one. You just want a generous amount of butter. I think some people use oil. I don't like to use oil because there's already oil in here, and really have a scientific reason for that. I just prefer to use butter because I assume that if there's already oil in here, another like chunk of oil or a bit of oil is not going to create much of a barrier, so it doesn't stick to my pan. So I'm going to show you like how thick I put this on here. So I just take my stick of butter and I put it in here. But you can see, like, I haven't rubbed this around. I'm going to rub it around for you. But like, it is thick. It is cloudy. There is obviously a thick layer of oil, and it is noticeable, like generous. I think generous. The more it can't be too much, really. And you just coat it. Like, can you see that? It's just like nice and thick. I mean, it is not see-through at all. Borderline opaque. I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. Usually it gets like little bits of butter on the outside, and that's good because that's what you just move around. This one, the outside was softer, so there goes. Me some like butter pieces that I just rub all those in. Same thing with this one, just opaque. This one needs more butter. And I've done this before where I didn't do this step and it sticks, and that's so frustrating because when it sticks you have to wait for it to really cool, and then the crust gets kind of soft and watery because it steams in the glass. I mean, any container really, doesn't have to just be glass, but like any container. So that drives me crazy. But so I've learned just the more butter the better. If you think it's not enough, add more. If you think it's too much, it's probably enough. Okay, so these are lined, and then I'm just gonna take, like you can see, these are still, oops, sorry, they're still holding their shape really well. So I'm just gonna pick them real fast and plop them. 1, 2, they're in their little loaf pans, and then I'm just gonna, thank you, little stinky. Okay, you want me to stand there? I'm just gonna put these up here, out of the way. I'm just gonna put a tea towel over them, and that's it. They will sit there, and then I will show you what they look like when they're ready. Hopefully tonight. Hopefully I will actually bake these tonight. We'll see.